This is like he rapping for the children. And that's my, yo, dog, I had to look up how old this nigga was when I finished listening to the album. Mm-hmm. You are 36. Your birthday is in 20 days. I Googled that too. You will be 37 years old. Get the fuck away from some of these younger niggas and stop fucking these 25-year-olds. I'm listening to the album.
You mentioned it.
Why are you still fucking the 25-year-olds? You're a 37-year-old billionaire. I get it that you appeal to the world.
Once they current.
I get it that you appeal
don't
to
want
the
to
world,
grow
and
up.
part of that is...
don't want to grow up.
But that's what I'm loving
They wanna
about
stay
Cole.
young.
Like, my shit is happening in reverse. Like, with Cole, he used to rap about kid shit. I'm a grown-ass, like, real Jersey City I don't want to hear how you lost your fucking virginity. And then he started to grow up. Mm-hmm. And then the rapping sounded like an adult rapping. Mm-hmm. I'm want to hear adult Drake rapping for adult people.
No, you're not going to hear that.
That's my issue with him today.
You're not going to hear that.
He rapping for the kids, the streams,
the Instagram comments, the algorithm.
Yeah,
I'm rapping for this.
No, he ain't really rapping. He ain't trying to rap for me.
No, he's not.
And I accept that.
I don't know.
I accept that. Mm-hmm. Listen, he has given me
enough.
I certainly don't want to sound like I'm sitting here complaining. If he don't make another song, I am well fed. Pause.
Right, that was my take.
He did it already.
I can hate everything he puts out going forward. I got enough Drake in my iTunes.
I mean, is Joe Budden wrong though? Because Drake has been accused of being a groomer for forever. He's like the Black Tom Cruise at this point. You know, he dates younger women. Did you just see him out Sexy Red a couple weeks ago? I mean, I think Drake took offense to it because of Joe Budden's career, and Drake is one of those people that if he can't win, or if he can't like embarrass you during an argument, he's not gonna take it. So Joe Budden is kind of an easy target for Audrey, because who's really gonna, take Joe Budden's side or say Joe Budden won the rap beef? Because you rewind to Pusha T put him down with that Life of Adonis when he revealed he had a son, and then he just kept, now he just like sneak dissing Pusha, but like, who called him out? Kendrick called him out on that song Kendrick had all those years ago, and he was talking about how he, he took a shot at him in the song, and he also took a shot at him in the cypher. He never really, came at Kendrick. He probably thought a little sneak diss in here, there during a song, but he never really came at Kendrick the same way he would come at Joe Budden. He's not going to at Kendrick Lamar. He's not going to at anyone who he feels he's not going to win. And that's my whole thing. He takes easy fights when it comes to rapping, if that makes sense. Because no one's really going to jump on Joe Budden's side. No one really was going to jump on Pusha T's side. No one was going to jump on Meek Mill's side during their whole altercation. Meek Mill, they say Meek Mill lost. I'm like, I was indifferent. But Drake picks easy dubs. Easy dubs when it comes to this stuff. He's like, you're not worth me saying anything to, but I'm going to say it because I know it's easy. It's an easy check on my record. Oh, I checked Joe Budden. Why didn't you have that same aggression with Kendrick Lamar? When Kendrick came at you on the cypher, on the song, it was like, a sneak diss here, sneak diss there. Oh, I'm going to say this in the song. I'm going to take a jab at him, take a jab at Baby Keem. But, like, you're not really, picking on Joe Budden at this point is kind of like picking on DJ Academic. He's going to say what he wants to say, but then you are going to check him, or you're going to be all like rah with him. But at the same time, like, you don't really get any points for winning that fight, because Joe Budden was rapping when we were kids. You Got Served came out when we were kids. So Pump It Up came out when we were kids. So you can take a jab at him about, oh, he had 45 people at his concert, this, that, and this. Joe Budden can rap. I hate to say it, Slaughterhouse, some of his best work, well, to me, that group was cold, but that's around the time when, like, people wasn't really listening to rap for lyrics. So they listen to like, oh, it sounds good, or it's like this drill music, trap music, whatever, blah blah blah. If that's what you want to listen to, I'm all for it. But you got to understand that rap and being a rapper and actually being able to rap is two different things. And he just from a musician, musician, that's that right? Oh, I can't say that word. That sucks. But from that standpoint, he doesn't really feel like your album was worth it. No offense, he's not really taking well, this music isn't for people in our age bracket or in my age bracket or in your age bracket. This is for the kids who you appease to, the kids buying the records, the kids who can stream your entire album in one sitting, the kids who can, for your YouTube views, all this stuff, you with the 25-year-olds, you're out in the clubs, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing that, because that's the lifestyle. That's when you became famous. That's the age you were at. So that's the age you stayed at. It's fun. It's a good time. It is what it is. But at the same time, it's like, don't just sit here and, if this man is on a podcast critiquing music and you're gonna be like, oh well, you failed as a rapper. That's understandable. I mean, his career wasn't as good as it could be. His career isn't as good as yours. But at the same time, you got to understand that you guys didn't grow up in the same era. You guys didn't make the same kind of music. He didn't switch his flow up to copy, other sections of America. You're Canadian. The sound of a Canadian rapper, no one really knows. I mean, kind of Tory Lanez, but whatever. I mean, your flow, you switch your flow, you steal lyrics, you do what you gotta do. If that's what works, that's what works. But at the same time, it's like, who are you to shit on this man's podcast when he's doing successful in that avenue of his life? Some people who can't rap, they fall off. Their career goes down the toilet. They don't have anything else. But he was able to build an avenue in music, but on a different side of it. So I applaud his efforts. But at the same time, it's like, you did pick a fight with a podcast dude, an ex-rapper podcast dude. So you didn't like what he said about your album. If he was dick riding your album, you would have been okay with it. You wouldn't have said anything. You wouldn't have added him and say, "Oh, thank you. Joe Budden likes my album." You would just like, "Oh, Joe Budden likes my album," but you was feeling feisty, so you was like, "Oh, well, let me say this. Oh, I own this. I own that. I own this." That's cool. Great job on your success. And then if you even listen to like past the part of the interview when after he critiqued it, he was saying that he was a fan of yours. He liked your music. Everyone was agreeing that you have an amazing catalog when it comes to music. Just learn how to take criticism. That makes sense. But peace. Gotta go.